I have a cold.
Oh my god, guys, I'm getting the best book today.
Don't procrastinate like me. I don't know why I'm getting a little emotional right now.
It's weighing on me.
70,950 words. Let's do it. Hey guys, and welcome back to Grace's Bookmark, where I make all types of writing and bookish content. Today's video is a bookish one. And as a side note, yes, I am a little congested. Do not worry, I am fine. It is not the big one to worry about. So here's the deal. I have a list of 7 books to read. Here they are. The collection is currently a mystery to you. If you'd like to guess why these 7 books go together, feel free to do so in the comments down below. Let's say it is part of a series on my channel. And me being indecisive, I cannot decide which one to start with, much less in what order I should read them. So I decided, why not let someone else do it for me? So welcome to letting a random number generator decide my TBR, leaving it all up to chance. So without further ado, let's do it. So not sure how this is gonna work out with you seeing, but that is for future me to deal with when I have to edit it. Okay, I figured it out. And for future reference, number 1 is The Near Witch, number 2 is Lap Girl, number 3 is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, number 4 is The 100,000 Kingdoms, number 5 is The Library at Mount Char, number 6 is Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and number 7 is Nevernight. Okay, let's spin the wheel. I'm probably very yellow right now. Oh, number 1! Number 1 is The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab's first book. From my notes, it's about this girl Lexi, and a stranger appears in town where there are no strangers, and then a bunch of children start disappearing, so it's like creepy and like witchy vibes, like very spooky. I think it's a great opening to the fall season. It's also YA, so it's very much in my comfort zone of books that I like to read. Good first choice. I need to actually write this down somewhere. Remove choice. So now there's only 6 left. Let's spin again. Number 6, Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. So continuing to be in my comfort zone. I've already read this book. In fact, I've read this book many times. I was low-key obsessed with it in high school, and I'm excited to be reading this again. I'm excited I'm making this video as an excuse to read it again. It's about this man named Richard who, when going to dinner to meet his fiance's boss, he sees this girl named Dor, and she's like bleeding on the sidewalk, and instead of going to dinner, Richard literally picks her up and helps her and takes her back to his apartment, but like, uh-oh, this has consequences. Because now suddenly Richard is drawn into like a completely separate dimension of reality, and he is called to London below. The voice acting is incredible, by the way. It's done by Neil Gaiman. So second to read will be Neverwhere. If we get a duplicate, we'll just spin again. What will it be? Spin again. Number 4. Number 4 is The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. Now, I think this is a popular book. It's kind of hard to gauge sometimes. I read one other Jemisin book. From my notes, our main character, Yen, she's summoned to the Sky City after her mother dies, and she's now like competing for the throne with her other cousins, all while uncovering the mystery of her mother's death. I really like fantasy, especially court fantasy. I also noticed that it has a romance tag on it, so yay for me. I don't know, I feel like N.K. Jemisin writes well, even though I've only read like one book of hers. Like, I just feel like she's a good author. So yes, the third book for this video will be 100,000 Kingdoms. Let us spin again. Number 5. Which one is number 5? Okay, number 5 is the book I'm least excited for. It is The Library of Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. This is a horror. And I read like literally no horror. I can't stand like horror movies either. But I feel like at least with books, like I can distance myself from it. I'll be reading this one as an ebook. I think this is the only book I'll be reading as an actual like print version. And I feel like that will be to my advantage because if there's any gory or hairy bits that I just want to swipe past, I will do that. But anyway, The Library of Mount Char, it's got like creepy orphanage vibes. Our main character, Carolyn, is an orphan who lives with a group of other orphans who were adopted by this godlike figure who they call Father. And then Father goes missing. And Carolyn gets very angry and she's like, well, I'm gonna kill whoever took my father away. And like, I feel like, oof. I don't even know what's horror about it, but like, it's gonna be dark. Like, I feel like, oof, it's gonna be dark. I'm glad it's not first, and I'm glad I have a buffer of books I'm more comfortable reading beforehand. I hope it doesn't have a Lord of the Vibes or Scar Island situation going on where like the authority dies and the children have to make their own community and start killing each other. Only reading it will give me the answer. This book has the lowest probability of me actually liking it in the end, but I will finish it, and it's good to read outside your comfort zone. The 4th book I will be reading is The Library of Mount Char. Okay, what numbers do we have? We've taken 1, 6, 4, and 5. If I get a duplicate, I will spin again. The 5th book is one I've already selected. Number 3, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. The only thing I know about this author is that they also wrote Piranesi, which I have not read, but am planning to. The first thing I know about this book is that it's really long, and the second is that it's historical fiction. There is this magician, I want to say, named Mr. Norrell, and he takes a student, Jonathan Strange, during the time of the Napoleonic Wars, and they're like fighting against France. As I said earlier, I'm going to be doing the audiobook format when I read these books, except for The Library of Mount Char. With ebooks, when it tells you the file size, it's kind of hard to tell like how long a book is. But with audiobooks, that's really not a problem. So I have the lovely knowledge that this book is 32.5 hours. And for reference, a typical audiobook is between like 8 and 12 hours. I will be occupied when I'm reading this book, and it will be the 5th book for this video. Really, I do encourage you to try to guess what this collection of books is for. If you get close, I'll give you a hint. But if you do guess it, I will shout you out when the video comes out. Like tentatively, I want to say December, but we'll have to see how long it takes me to read these. So the 2 numbers we have left are number 2 and number 7. So if the wheel doesn't give me one of those, I'm just gonna keep spinning. You know the deal. Let's do it. Okay, the penultimate book I will be reading is...
It's not number 4, see, I picked that. It's not number 6, because we already picked that. Number 1.
Is number 2. Number 2 is Lab Girl by Hope Jahren. It's nonfiction. Yes, I think this is good. This is a good order after reading a really long audiobook to have a nice short nonfiction. It is about a botanist, I'm pretty sure, Hope Jahren. She grew up in the mountains, and her father really encouraged her to like do science experiments in his classroom's labs, and this tells the story of her forming a relationship with this man named Bill, and they have like sciencey adventures, or I don't know, like explorations across the United States. I think I will really enjoy this book. It's got the vibe of Why Fish Don't Exist to me. Yes, I think I'm glad about this. Okay, do you want to spin the wheel? Do you want to spin it for the last one? What could it be? It's number 7. The last book obviously will be number 7. I did not plan for the first book to be number 1 and the last book to be number 7, but that is the world we live in. Number 7 is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. This is like a fantasy. It's very dark. There's a school of assassins. Our main character, Mia, is out for revenge for the person who killed her family. I feel like it's gonna be very gritty, very like stabby. I don't read that much adult fantasy, so I feel like it's good that I'm going to be reading this. I've also heard lots of great things about it. I think it was published in 2017, so it's been a while since people have been talking about this book. It's actually been on my TBR like before I decided to do this video, so now I have an excuse to check it off. Nevernight is also 20 hours, so I will have my time occupied when I read this one. I'm gonna back up. And so, my friends, the final randomly decided order of the books I will be reading from this list is number 1, The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab. Number 2, Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Number 3, The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. Number 4, The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. Number 5, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. Number 6, Lab Girl by Hope Jahren. And number 7, Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. Let me know if you have any theories about what their grouping means. Or let me know if you've read any of these books. Or if you have like a comfort book that you reread a lot. These won't be the only books I'll be reading from now, September to November-ish. They will just like supplement my normal list of books. Currently, I'm actually reading Scythe by Neil Shusterman and Elatsoe by Darcy Little Badger, I think. Yes, so I will not be reading just these books, but I will be managing to read them between September and the end of November. So yeah, let me know your theories about why these books are together. There was only one right answer. Remember to like and subscribe. Here on this channel, I post videos on Thursdays when I can at 2 p.m. I'm currently dealing with a heavy college course load and a job, so there might not be one every Thursday, but the best way to know when I post a video is to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Check out my reading playlist in the description below. Check out the blog post I just wrote about new adult as a genre in publishing. Can it exist? Will it ever exist? Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for dealing with the ups and downs of congested Grayson. And I'm wishing you the best of health. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Gotta reach. I got cough medicine. I can do it. Number 1 is still on here. I'm gonna get a cough drop. Does that mean I need to assign them all new numbers? Aha! Here's my cough drop.